Yo, 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 back with another video for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the content as much as I'm enjoying making it. If you are, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button, engage with it any way you can, because you know how it is these days. You know that the truth tellers are not necessarily the ones that have, the powers that be on our side. They don't like us. Yet we keep coming back with more truth. And these people are trying to play whack-a-mole with the truth, like I've said, and they try to stamp us out, but they can't. There's too many of us, and we're waking up more and more every day, and we're coming together, and we are rising above the ways of the world. All right, let's go. Let's get it. All right, I got a topic for you guys. Now, this topic came to me because of one of my fellow brothers that's on a righteous path. He's coaching a lot of men, helping men reclaim their masculinity. Teaching people about how to eat, how to sleep, how to breathe, how to move, you name it. This is one of my closest friends, and I love this man. All right, and so he also talks about semen retention. Huge part of his coaching, and naturally, because look, if you want to reclaim your masculinity that the modern world is definitely trying to take from you, discourage in you, then semen retention is for you. It's as I see it, kind of a prerequisite. Even if you're married, even if you're in a committed relationship, there's got to be some level of discipline applied in that area. This doesn't mean you never release, but it means that if you do release, and hopefully it's in the context of a committed relationship, then you take some time to rebuild that energy, and you use that energy to do work. This is what a man does, and then this increases your masculinity. So there's also a big difference between having intercourse with a spiritual, grounded woman that you're in a committed relationship, because there's an energetic exchange there. That's a lot different than when you're just, you know what I'm saying? That there's really no energetic exchange. It's like taking money and just flushing it down the toilet. It's basically what's going on there. All right. So let's get into the topic. Topic of this video is, does semen retention cause blue balls? All right. Because my brother that I was talking about here, a lot of his clients come to him with well, I've tried this, but I'm getting blue ball. It hurts. I'm having pain. And a lot of guys are well, I'm not going to try that because I'll get blue balls. So he's got methods and techniques that he teaches his clients on how to deal with that. Now, I'm going to share my perspective on this with you guys. All right. I have a little bit different perspective than my brother has. Now, it's not that I disagree with him. I think that he's reaching a certain type of person, a certain type of way, and we're all serving our own unique roles, and we have our own unique gifts and lessons that we can share. So I'm going to give you guys my unique perspective on the matter of blue balls, because I'm somebody that used to struggle with this immensely, and to the point where I really destroyed relationships over this, because I basically put my partner in a position where she was responsible for preventing me from having that. It's she can't be looking sexy around me and not helping me out with that, or else it hurts, and then but really what's going on here, you guys, this is a psychological thing. Blue balls is not a physical thing. It's a psychological thing. It's a mental thing. It's it's a form of conditioning. So we got this idea at a young age. And sure, naturally, yeah, say if you get close to the edge and you just stop and you don't do anything about it, and you don't have any spiritual practice, and you don't have any discernment or wisdom, yeah, you might experience a sense of building pressure down there. But what's going on is that's just stagnant energy. That's energy that's at one part of your body, and it's not moving around, and it's just sitting there. And it tends to create a sort of anxiety and even some physical pain. But the thing is, a lot of it, most of it, if not all of it, is psychosomatic. Okay, this is like a delusion as far as I'm concerned. This whole blue balls thing is I'm going to call BS. I'm going to call BS on it. I think it's a delusional victim mentality thing. It's a form of conditioning, and it's no shame. There's no shame in this. It's just that we, as men, a lot of times early on in life, we've been conditioned to think that, well, if I am some sort of victim, then the woman will come nurture me and help me, right? And so we try to get what we want in this way, but it's delusional thinking, it's victim mentality, and it's very toxic. And it's a psychosomatic thing. Like, we all know the placebo effect is very real, right? Like people, hypochondriacs, for example, people that are so afraid, so worried about getting sick, they're the ones that get sick, right? Because that mentality, the mind-body connection is so strong that if you're so afraid of something, you're going to manifest it, right? So I call BS on blue balls, because I've been retaining now for, I don't know how many months in a row. I don't know how many months it's been since I've had a release. And I'm telling you guys, nothing like that is happening for me. And part of it is because, number one, faith in God. Faith in God. Straight up. You cannot underestimate the power of that. And that takes some work. Faith without works is dead. It's a conscious effort. It's a process. And the faith grows as you develop a personal relationship with God. It's not automatic. You have to participate. Like in any relationship, you participate in that relationship. It's you and God, right? As you cultivate that relationship with God, and that becomes your foundation, your mentality starts to change, right? And when your mentality starts to change and you're not in fear and you're not in victim mentality, guess what happens to blue balls? Bye-bye. Not a thing, bro. Also, though, on a more physical, tangible level, you got to move. You got to move your body. You got to stay hydrated. You got to obey the laws of the body, not just the laws of the spirit, which include developing a close relationship with your creator. You also have to obey the laws of the body, which means move. Move all of your body, all parts of it, every day. Now, you don't have to be an elite athlete. You don't have to be super jacked. You just do what you can do. And this includes like move all your fingers, your toes, your feet, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your elbows, arms, neck, face, everything move every day, right? Be in nature also as much as you possibly can, because nature is balanced by itself. An ecosystem cannot continue to exist for billions of years without some balance, right? So the more you expose yourself to natural systems like nature, which are really outside of the synthetic structure we call the matrix, which is completely imbalanced, illogical, inhumane, etc., etc. You get into nature and your system starts to balance because nature's balanced. You start to harmonize with that. You start to experience the balance that exists in a healthy ecosystem exists in your body as well, right? And in nature, everything's always growing, moving, changing, adapting, evolving, right? You should be like that too, right? So all of these things play into this. So also, it's going to help. It's going to help. I think this should go without saying, but I'll say it anyways. It's going to help if you're not staring at women's body parts, if you're not fantasizing about getting off. You know what I mean? Like at some point in a man's life, he has to transcend that attachment, that addiction. You have to. And when you do, the amount of energy you have, it just goes through the roof. The amount of discernment, mental clarity, confidence, charisma, personality, everything goes up. And guess what? Those are the things that are going to attract into your life what you actually want. God already knows what you want. It gets to a point where you don't even really have to ask because God knows. But see, the thing is, you've been blocking it. You've been blocking the things you wanted from coming into your life because you haven't been following certain rules. It's that simple. The rules are there to serve you. When you get in accordance with those rules and you start obeying them, you start treating your body like it's a temple because it is. You start treating your seed like it's sacred because it is. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. And do not get this whole blue balls thing. If that's something you're concerned about, throw that shit in the fucking trash. Pardon my language. Throw that in the trash where it belongs. Because that is some nonsense. That's a cop-out BS. I call BS on blue balls. All right? With that, I'm signing out. Till next time. Again, if you guys are liking the content, hit the like button, subscribe, share. You know the deal. All right. I love you. Peace.